What's up, internet? My name's Ori. It is Wednesday, September 3rd, day number 58 inside the Big Brother house. As we move closer to eviction, players start to make moves to manipulate the vote. Where do things stand as of now? Who's lying to who? Let's talk about that, plus all the intel drama and more from yesterday's live feeds. But first, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button if you like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Speaking of, there is an episode tonight. We have the Power of Veto competition as well as the veto ceremony. So if you guys want to see a watch party for tonight's episode, let's get this video to 2,000 likes. We'll be here live on the channel for the episode. But to give you guys a little recap, you haven't been keeping up with everything going on the feeds. We had the call of kettlebells, Keanu winning the HOH this week, and he nominated Morgan, Mickey, and Vince to go up on the block. Morgan, though, went on to win the power of veto, and despite some temptations of hugs to use the veto to save Vince, she did use it to save herself, and Ashley was put up as the replacement nominee, meaning that Ashley, Mickey, and Vince will battle it out in the Blockbuster competition come Thursday, two of which will face the vote. Now, we had some discussions yesterday about where the vote kind of lands. I'll be honest, not too much new information really came out yesterday. Really just kind of reassuring some of the things we already knew, some potential, new plans that could be going moving forward. For example, we had Ashley and Rachel both talking about how Keanu needs to go next week. But they said that their best case scenario right now would be if Vince were to leave this week. But the big thing is Ashley needs the gun for the Blockbuster. And if Vince goes, that breaks up the whole Keanu, Morgan, Vince thing. Potentially, even there's a four-person thing with Lauren. So if Vince can go, that is perfect for them. And Rachel and Ashley actually could try and continue to try and figure out a plan to maybe even plant some seeds with Ava so that she would vote for Vince over Mickey to leave this week as well. Here's the thing though, Ashley, while they were having this conversation, she thinks she sees some feet outside the bathroom door. So like she runs over to investigate. And they're not 100% sure, but they think that Lauren was listening to the door. They don't know if she heard anything. And I'll be honest, I don't know if she heard anything either, or if she actually was even listening. But they had a fun little time of trying to figure out. And they were like, oh, wait, could she hear? Hold on, you stand there and I'll talk how we were talking as they tried to figure out if she could even hear or not. We did also get Lauren talking to Kelly just about, how they want to stick together. But one of the things that they don't want to do anymore is keep sticking their necks out for Vince and trying to make sure that he stays. Like, listen, if he wants to stay, he's got to do it himself this week because we've done it too many times. But Kelly also wants to pitch to Morgan about keeping Mickey over Ashley because she would like to see Ashley go this week. And hopefully she could get Morgan to jump on board and vote that way as well. Since Morgan's already probably voting to keep Vince over Mickey, she's hoping that maybe she can get Morgan to vote Mickey over Ashley to leave, or even Vince over Ashley is something that Morgan's going to be probably doing as well. So it kind of makes sense that Kelly's going to try at least, but we'll see how that all plays out too. Meanwhile, Morgan has been telling Will that Mickey has been giving her attitude all day, especially because she made a sandwich for Keanu. How dare she make a sandwich for Keanu? And Mickey was apparently really upset with Morgan over this. And Morgan is just, again, using this more as reasons to be upset with Mickey. Meanwhile, we also had Ava telling Will as well that she plans once again to keep Ashley no matter what in this eviction. But the only way that she would vote to keep Vince is if he is up against Mickey. And in that case, she would vote for Mickey to leave. So once again, Ava is pretty much dead set on this as well. She has not really changed her tune on this. There was a little bit of, wondering of, hey, maybe these guys are actually pitching my name to go up there on the block. And there was just that little bit of sliver where maybe she was going to start trusting Vince. But also, we haven't really seen Vince go and try and make that attempt again to get her vote yet. So we'll probably see that either today or tomorrow before the vote. So hopefully Vince can make some moves there. Otherwise, he is probably not going to get Ava's vote this week, especially if it ends up being against Ashley. Rachel and Vince had a little check in as well, where they were just kind of seeing where everybody's heads at, saying that they need to stick with the judges, and that's really important. And that Mickey was planting seeds that Vince and Morgan were working with Keanu, even though that was really kind of more just Rachel and Ashley thinking that that was a thing that was happening. Rachel also, fills in Will and Ashley like, yeah, we just don't have the votes to keep Mickey this week, so like we're just gonna have to do what we're gonna do. And it kind of stinks, but you know what? We're just gonna have to stick with the judges, right? Like we just need this. Will says for one more week. And then afterwards we can do it. The thing is though, after Rachel leaves and says like, yeah, we just don't have the votes. We got to keep Vince. I kind of trust them, especially after that little talk we had. I think we'll be okay. We just got to get rid of Mickey and we'll have Vince around for one more week and then we'll be fine. Rachel leaves and Ashley's like, yeah, I think Rachel's way too trusting. Like we should not be trusting Vince. But Will again pushes back. He's like, we just need it for one more week. That's all we need to do. We get Mickey out of here and then we're good to go. It's also just the weird thing because I think Ashley's a little bit right here. I don't think for a lot of them, keeping Vince around is the best move. It really, to me, doesn't make much sense for them to keep Vince over Mickey. Even though they don't trust her as much, it feels like she would be the better person to keep around just because Vince would have more connections on that other side. And they're really trusting in Vince not going and utilizing those connections. So we'll see how that all plays out as well. Mickey, though, was kind of interesting here, was actually telling Vince, like, listen, if I think I have the votes to stay, maybe I won't go as hard in the blockbuster, Vince, that you can win it and it's me versus Ashley, and then Ashley gets sent home. Problem is, Mickey doesn't realize she doesn't have the votes as of now to stay and would get evicted over Ashley. Vince, though, was like, yeah, oh, this would be amazing. Definitely go make sure that you have the votes. This is perfect. And he even tells other people, it's like, yeah, listen, Mickey is telling me she might not try if she knows she has the votes. So make sure you tell her that she has got your vote. Another thing, and I don't know if this actually is necessarily true or this is just Morgan continuing to kind of spread some stuff because she's already had some issues with Mickey. But apparently, Mickey had also told Morgan that she would keep Vince over Ashley as well. This is a thing that Ashley was shocked at and doesn't know why Mickey would actually lie to Morgan that way because it would just kind of get Morgan all upset that she ended up going back on it and voting out Vince. So she's like, I don't think this is a lie. I think she's being honest with this. So this is another thing where people are really starting to go more against Mickey, even more. So if she does end up on the block, it does seem like no matter what, Mickey would be sent out of the house almost unanimously. Almost everybody would do it, though there has been some talks about potentially giving her a sympathy vote here or there. But with the numbers so limited, I don't know if that's really a good idea either. And that could even end up being a situation where the vote ends up flipping just because you ended up giving a sympathy vote. So probably not the best idea to mess around with that right now. And then we also had the judges all kind of meet up again as well. And they also agree once again that Mickey has to go this week. And they just have to make sure that Ashley or Vince win the blockbuster so that they can vote out Mickey. But let's take a look here at our allegiance chart. Again, not too much has really changed as far as positioning that I have people in the house. But we can take a look here at kind of where the alignment is, as well as where some of the potential votes will be. Again, with Mickey versus Vince, I think that one is pretty much set in stone, just as much as Ashley and Mickey is set in stone. I think those are pretty much going to be Mickey leaving unanimously. But the big thing is, I don't know if it really makes sense for some of them to do Mickey versus Vince. For someone like Ava, Rachel, Ashley, I don't think Mickey leaving is actually in their best interest. I actually think Vince staying would be. The issue is they wouldn't have the votes right now because you would have Mickey, or excuse me, you would have Kelly, Lauren, Morgan, and Ava who would also be voting Mickey out because she can't stand Mickey, so she would want Mickey to leave. So those would be your votes. You wouldn't be able to keep Mickey around, and then Mickey would end up leaving. But I do think that if they were really smart and they were able to get Mickey to jump on board and vote to keep Mickey over Vince, that would be their better scenario for them. And I think they do see that. They just don't have the votes to be able to do it. In the Ashley versus Mickey scenario, once again, I think almost everybody is keeping Ashley in that one. You would have Will, Ava, Rachel, Morgan, all voting to keep Ashley in the game. Lauren and Kelly, also some question marks. They've had some ideas where it's like, hey, maybe we keep Mickey in the game. Vince would also be voting in that scenario, so maybe he would join in with Lauren and Kelly, and maybe they can even get Morgan interested as well. That would be a huge, big switch up if Morgan, Vince, Lauren, and Kelly all joined up to then keep Mickey over Ashley. It would be a huge move. But as of now, Morgan has just no trust for Mickey anymore, and they're just kind of getting rid of her. But it would be a huge move to get rid of Ashley over Mickey in that scenario. But I just don't see it taking place. And then once again, if you have the Ashley versus Vince scenario, this is another one where I think Vince is going to have a really hard time staying. He would have Kelly, he would have Lauren, and he would have Morgan, but you would end up with Will, Rachel, and Ava all voting to keep Ashley, and then Mickey would be that deciding vote. And though she has told Vince that she would keep him in the game, she would even throw the blockbuster so that Vince would have a better shot at going up she would have a better shot going up against Ashley. I don't know if Mickey actually would vote to keep Vince. Mickey is very delusional in this game, and the point where she doesn't even realize how much danger she's in this week. But she also has this idea that Ashley is still a number for her and still trusts in her, even though people like Ashley and Will and Ava and Morgan, all people that were Mickey's, real alliances and real allies in this game, none of them trust her anymore. So I don't know if she would actually vote to keep Vince, if she actually really realizes that she doesn't have that other side, if she doesn't have Ashley like she thinks she does. So that's another one where I think it would be really hard for Vince to end up staying that scenario against Ashley. And you're really counting on Mickey or even Ava flipping back over. But again, Ava has been very open about the fact that she is keeping Ashley no matter what, and then would vote Mickey out after that. And then the only scenario where she's voting to keep Vince is when Vince is against Mickey. So that will be interesting to see how this all plays out. What do you guys think of how everything is looking right now? Who do you want to see win the Blockbuster? Who do you think has the best chance of staying this week? Let me know in those comments down below. Like I said, we do have an episode tonight, and if we get this video to 2,000 likes, we will do a watch party here on the channel. But if you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit that like button. Hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream, especially if you made it all the way to the end of this video. Smash that like button. Like I said, we'll do a watch party for the episode tonight. Check out the links to all my socials in the pinned comment description down below. You can check out things like Twitter and the Discord. The Discord, I've talked about it before. It is just such a fun place to hang out with other like-minded BB fans. You won't get banned for having different opinions and saying positive things about house guests in our chat. That will definitely not happen. Definitely not at all. Like some other podcasts, apparently, I'm hearing. I don't know. I'm just saying I hear things. I don't know for facts. I just hear things. So let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments down below. Because we do try and keep a very open community here that is open to different ideas where you can have the discussions without feeling, judged or getting toxic. We can have differing opinions and we could talk about it. We can discuss it. And I think that's usually where you have the best conversations and where the most interesting things come. You may never agree with the other person, but maybe you can learn to understand their viewpoint just a little bit better and maybe even walk away understanding your own views just that little bit better as well. So thank you guys all so much for the love, support you've shown me here on this channel, the help in building this amazing community that we do have here. So thank you guys all again so much, and I will see you next time.
I hate playing with men.
Okay.
I hate playing with men.
Oh!